Our first project was quite a few years ago when we had first moved into our home. A lot of the plants were dying off on the north side of our house, and we were struggling with rainwater runoff that was flooding our neighbor's basement from the north side of the house to her basement. The solution that Carrington came up with was a dry creek bed, and it turned out to move all the water to a side yard of her house and out of her basement. So she was glad for that. And the plants that they replaced it with were also lovely.
When we had another project come up, it was at that point, I think it was pretty obvious who we would call.
My father had passed away a few years prior, and before he died, he had harvested some cedar, and one of the parts of the plan was to create a trellis for that area with some of the cedar that my dad had harvested. So it was pretty sentimental, the wood itself, and then Flint, one of their foremen, who was also an artistic kind of craftsman guy, had created a beautiful trellis to go there, and really made a big difference, made it special too.
I think it started with, being willing to take it on, and then, working with us to develop plans that made sense given the space. And a lot of that was working with the county on what was allowed. Carrington worked closely with the folks at the county, and came up with a beautiful plan that was very natural, which is what we wanted anyway. And then when it came time to actually executing the program, once they started working, they would send us pictures every day so we could see what was going on. Because since it wasn't our primary home, we weren't there all the time, and just made rapid progress. It looked great. They had a good crew there that was, I don't know, they're just so friendly every time we'd come by. In the end is fantastic. We're really, really happy with it. We had a couple of neighbors that have seen that property from the lake and then said, oh, well, we are going to do this with our property too, or we need to do this with ours. And so there's other folks on the lake that have chosen to do the same kind of project because of how good of a job they saw Carrington do. One of the things that stands out most about working with Carrington is just how competent and friendly they are. We've done enough projects with them that we know some of the crew, we know some of the managers and designers on their team, they've all done a fantastic job. They're very communicative. They're very open about what the challenges are and how they're going to solve them. And the end result is great. We know that once we get on their schedule, it's going to happen at that date, and it's going to end about the time they expect it to end. And that's a really nice feeling at the budget that they say. So that's all really great.
And I think they handle hiccups quite well. I know with our last project, there were a couple crop failures, I think, on the supplier's part. And it was just a quick reach out. Okay, we'd like to replace this plant with perhaps another. And it was really smooth. Nothing really was affected time-wise with that. It just those hiccups always happen with a large project or any project, and it was nice to see how smoothly things were handled.
I think having one trusted partner that we can go to really just makes our life easier. It's so hard to find good contractors for any project that you want to do, and having someone that you know and can trust and will just pick up the phone and then do a great job. That's been really, really easy, and comparing them to some other kinds of projects that we've done with other contractors and other areas which are half done, and we don't see them again, and Carrington's never done anything like that. It's always finished well and on time.
Yep, very high quality and with friendly people doing the work and trustworthy people too. We would recommend Carrington to any other homeowners just because they provide a beautiful design and then beautiful execution on that design. Just without any hesitation, I would definitely work with them again. They do good work and wonderful, friendly people to work with.
And they do it on time and within budget.